Good morning, everyone. My name is Zach. I'm the lead maintainer for Argo Rollouts, and so I'm going to give you a quick update about that. First is the just non-maintainer contributor growth of Argo Rollouts has been pretty great. This graph is basically over the last 5 years per quarter, the number of non-contributor contributions. We have a pretty good growth in both the pure number and the number of unique individual contributors, which is pretty great to see. So let's keep that path continuing growing and get out there and open issues, fix bugs. Everyone in the audience can do that. Feel free to reach out to me, the community, and just get involved. A couple of new features for Argo Rollouts. Over the last couple years, we've kind of gone through a plugin transition. We've worked on adding analysis run plugins and traffic router plugins. And kind of the last step of that would be step plugins. So one of the main motivators for this was once we have traffic router plugins, traffic routers have very unique feature sets, and you might want to have a specific plugin that only works for your traffic router, whether it's being able to do multi-region traffic shifting before doing a deployment and then failing back over, or just a path-based routing and switching back. It lets basically the traffic router plugin have very unique steps for its specific thing, and then there's various other things you can do with it, such as like syncing multiple rollouts. People have kind of contributed various ideas for this. This is a pretty new feature, so if anyone is interested in getting a plugin out there, we can put that under Argo Proj Labs, and you guys can basically become one of your own maintainers. The other interesting new feature is we've spent some work on our UI. Within the Argo Rollouts UI, when you view analysis runs, which is basically Argo Rollouts' way to query various metric providers to determine whether or not to abort the rollout, we've now added nice UI support, so people can click that little button under that's red circled there and get basically a pop-up that shows them a graph and a dashboard, a table of all the metrics that are configured, and why their analysis basically failed without having to dig in through a bunch of YAML and things like that. So it's kind of a nice addition. We've also spent a bit of work on analysis runs again. Argo Rollouts has a mode of operation where you can run the controller in basically analysis run only mode. Various projects use this. I think Cargo and I think NumaProj is maybe considering to use this as well. Basically, they want to piggyback off of Argo Rollouts' analysis and all of the providers that they provide for metrics. And so part of that was just being able to run the controller in that mode for efficiencies. We also added TTL support to the analysis run object because Argo Rollouts used to maintain the lifecycle of analysis runs. And as it lets people just basically create analysis run and configure a life cycle within the analysis run, so no other controller has to manage that life cycle, basically. Analysis templates within analysis templates, it gives admins of Argo Rollouts ways to basically do more separations of concern, so an admin can create like a library of templates that service teams can then subscribe to, which is a great feature to have. And last but not least, we let analysis runs now are supported as data for the notification engine. So when you want to send a notification about your rollout, you can include data from the analysis run itself in that. Last but not least, the plugin journey continues. CodeFresh has been maintaining one of probably the bigger plugins for rollouts, which is Gateway API support. Which means that Argo Rollouts now supports basically any traffic router that is supported by Gateway API. And that list is obviously ever growing and getting larger and larger. So feel free to get out there and play with Gateway API. If you couldn't use rollouts before because your traffic router didn't exist, now you can. So that's it. Thank you.